my God. This is terrible. Oh, look at that. It's terrible. 54. It's not, it should be, just don't understand. Hello. Terrible. Oh, so how should I do this? So how is it gonna film then? There you go. Connect to Alice. So how you connected then? Connect. So where's the Mac camera list? Okay, very good. I'm learning. All reactions. Okay, so where is it going here? So where should it go? If I do this? Yes. So let's put this like that. Great. Why can I not touch here? So So it's not really cool, is it? Let's put it like this then. Huh? I don't understand. It's weird. Wow. All right. Hello. I'm testing this new format of. It's like I need a lot of time. Wow, man. Really? The word of the week is ritual. And it also cognitive patterns, people that are obsessed with perfection, love to do always the same thing better and better. It makes you feel safe as well. And you belong to the sequence movement in every time, every day basis. We all belong to this ritual called existence, whatever it is that we are in the world. So each country has the boundaries of its own rituals and foods within its own differences as well. They have differences between each other that might not be as in other parts of the world. Similar, but each one unique. So, and not only that, each person is unique as well within that ritualistic pattern that could be ceremonial or the uniform at work, the way doctors talk to each other is not the way that the policeman talk. So there is a doctorate to each one, style, dictionary, the way they are and think and communicate their own language as well. And the few sentences they share as theories, as base realities, and as to discover or not to defend from outer influences that are always to be taken without much consideration, unless they're part of the self, according to their preferences. So, what we do if we look at the world at large? So I thought to myself, I'm very small and alone, to get a globe for myself, my daughters, so we can paint on it. Forget about the few places in this world that has war, thanks to a few assholes that have no brain, but deep down with their, or how you call that? I don't want to know if they have amoeba or they're really into infectious diseases and viruses. I don't want to know about them. Just let them evacuate this system of the solar galaxy as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Thank you to all those who are at war and investing in war. That's where you are, to the majority of the world of mine, at least. So when we do massage, we do not in the body of a human person. Some people are still in their fantasies, okay? So any human of any race or gender or social status. So when you do a massage, you don't do a massage where the pain is. You only do around it, so it doesn't feel on a defensive, because it will destroy the receptiveness of the body. Even if it's light or goodness that is there. I need to buy lamps for filming. But anyways, so much studies for nothing, isn't it? Yeah, in the world of men. So, I mean, do whatever you want. I'm not really into split personality unless I am role playing. So when you are in the artistic world of virtual reality, which is just for fun, for learning, and is independent, and you don't have any association with it, with your ego. This is a problem with the tech titans and all these men. They don't want to role play and understand what I have to bring because they are just about their egos. Now, let's talk a little bit about planet Uranus. So, planet Uranus is a planet that is formed by gas. It's a formation of gas. Is not up to conquer, really. Yeah. So I'm not really interested in Uranus. I know. Yeah. Okay. The British had many inventors, discoverers. They discovered many forms of science, mechanics, even the internet. I didn't know that. Even the internet was formed by a British, because I'm studying to do the test of life in UK and history and all this. So I was like, gosh, I'm starting to feel jealous and envious. We did have a lot of discoverers too. They want to brush that away and also copy the idea to make the world believe that the Vikings were settlers who left. They didn't have the action and trust to let it be known around the world. Whether pink or blue, you could see it. So I wanted to say that I'm not interested in Uranus, to focus more in the planet Earth, as to say, you cannot do a remodelation in a country that has problems, but you can do that all around it. This map, for excellence, has each continent in one color already. So, for example, I will let you know that South America is not interested in war or countries that do war. So, in our self-consciousness, you are all a bunch of whatever you want to call yourselves within the Latin mind. Yes? You will have to dig into the Spanish society and study within the legends and the crusaders of the Spanish colony until today, 500 years later. Look at that. So, pink, America. There's a lot of pink color for Canada as well. There you go, pink, which is pretty. They're supposed to come hearts there for Europe. A royal color. That's pretty nice. Lilac. They have put the Middle East in a different. Nice. They have put the Middle East there. Nice, in a different color. On Africa, even though there is Muslim here. So there you go, and there you go, the Jews. Ping, there they are. I don't know what they're doing there, but they survived. They are all over the world, the Jews, anyway. So they have a lot of money. So now they're like undercover. Like nobody knows how much money they have. Don't even bother to. It's impossible to count so much. Well, there you go, Australia. So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Africans will have to consider themselves as Africans, right? Even though the Sahara has a different the 5 countries of the Sahara, they have the nomads who have their own parliament in, I think it's in Libya. I want to do mansion into village in Algeria. I thought, but Libya, well, but it's below Spain, so I will leave that for the Italians who want to do in Libya. Look, then you have. So, anyways, there's too much problems to want to attack countries that are problems of mental illness and fixed ideas. Fixated ideas, like the Jews, terrorists of any form, because anyone who steals the land of another person and any person that is rude to another human being, also the people that are in pain, wanting revenge, wanting justice, they're fighting as well, because they also have fixed idea from all this pain. So it's a sickening thing for Arabs, Jews, and anyone who wants to be involved to make peace. Then you have to fight for peace. So you're like in the passive aggressive sectors. You can't do any healing in these situations. There's nothing constructive. But around, only like that you can conquer through love, respecting people's boundaries, religion, and culture. And anyone who invests in war should be considered an inferior human being. Okay. Now on 21st of October of 2023, 21:31 p.m. in my world. So in my world, I'm kind of like, should I invite you? Oh, I don't know. It's too pinkish right now. So it's too pinkish. I think it's important to keep at least the capital of the city. But I wanted to because if you're studying a country, you want to make a village prosperous with their own ideas and their own culture, because you value that culture that can open your senses, that is within the places that are safe in this world of mine, not yours, because you are part of those who invest in war, and you've never been in the front line to defeat peacefulness and give other ideas and solutions because of your reputation, which It's a sort of prostitution that everyone is involved with. So they are all get away with their own tube system where they all share their money in that inner circle. So it's kind of like a prostitution in the sense, yeah, I'll get away with it because everyone agrees. So let them do whatever they want with people's money. They believe in this fictional money. They allow themselves to work in these such a ways to be in dramas, unneeded dramas. Whoa, you think this is a mesmerizing idea to for me to be your carnage, carnada. So you attract listeners to your reality, the reality that you want to form. You know very well how drama is, dramaturgs, the plays at work. Let people talk and see the good and the bad, what is possible if they want to adjust. So, well, Central America, they all speak Spanish here. So we'll have to paint this for sure because it's not English. Oh, well, in a conventional world, I need a bigger globe. You cannot look at the world like this. And if you're very serious, you would have the photocopy of what I have sent it to Bill Gates. If he's a man of trust, he would have sent you the 500 grams of paper. What it says there? Then you would have more percentage of what royalty really is. But he's just a nobody because he doesn't want to be a person of trust. If you want to go to United States of America and get the richest people to believe in you, because we're just trash, right? We're just people on internet wanting to be somebody. For those who have their own, oh, so they give you money for your foundation, yeah, so you make them feel more important with your omnipotent voice, yeah. Because I guess you want more money from Bill Gates. You will have more money from Bill Gates if he gives you the paper that I have sent him for what he did the metaverse. Understand why I've been talking about this for so long. Why I know what I'm talking about. Whoever you are or want to be. It's not just for your good, but for the good of the world. Because some people have a lot of talent and connections and power, and this is why I have sent it to him for the technological, and he is old enough to have been with government issues, so he could understand the problems. And he is a globalist, of course. You have to study his company and what they're doing as well. So who are the investors behind him? Because he doesn't have it all, really. But he has investors behind him. They will support you once you have that royalty with you. That's much more money than what Bill Gates can give to your foundation. So I have not explained this as it is because I thought it might hurt your feelings or it might feel as a threat because I'm telling you something you don't know and you're supposed to know everything. So I've been trying to explain this in all the figurative ways around so you could imagine how much it is. And this is not so much of a noble cause, but a cause to defend for the future of imagination. First of all, these people have no imagination at all. You can see by the people they sleep with and how, yeah. So I respect people's privacy. This is why I'm in the private. So say thank you for that. If you like to disagree, well, I would like to just let it be. It's already enough. So that takes a lot of seriousness and responsibility as to say that you have made your part because it's the only interest I am here for. I'm not here to just be part of a show so you feel special with the people that you want to bring in, when was also my idea and a lot of ideas behind whatever I die tomorrow, today, or whenever my time comes to die, however I come to be, is irrelevant. But the work and the idea behind it is what it matters. So I put my ego aside, you put your ego aside. Let's put all this cognitive, intellectual, or empathy, or whatever emotions away. And just look at the work itself, which is pretty annoying. So I'm not here for entertainment. This is not a cultural thing either. People can explore in their own intelligence and imagination. Any culture or dramatics and interplays is a form of enjoying the self of one and through any character. And there are laws to be defined as well real life. So we become better human beings and better mediators. If you do not have universal understanding, it is impossible to enter. In the same way, Jesus said, you have to become a child to enter the kingdom of God, or to enter through a needle, the eye of a needle. Because you cannot enter if you have too much ego. Now, this is for people who already have a heavenly state of mind, which is universal love and universal understanding. So go and you do your prayers in your private life. Go and think seriously about what I'm telling you, because this is for people who are already on a higher state of mind, and that's all that is required. No one in here is owned by anyone in my world. I'm not going to tell you anything. They should have an impression. Why don't they have this in the Macintosh? Only hearts, and this is I don't know, this all these new what this was another meaning in Italy. But well, the impressions there. Anyways, we're gonna make a better world like this. I'm not interested in supporting anyone's ego or wars at all. Virtual reality, yes, I will welcome death, some characters, and I would love to share that in the private with a lot of respect, with no insults or exaggerations as is in here. Normal people talk, at least. This is not the way of any human being to go through. And well, this camera is really good. I like it. It's really cool. Wow, look at that. It's moving. My daughter was right. It's much worth it. Incredible. So, should I say sorry? Well, I'm sorry things are so bad for expressing. There should be better ways to express. Just like creating more rubbish for receiving more rubbish in the other end. There is nothing that I would say, I'm going to spend 7 hours to create something, because there is no inspiration to give something beautiful or enigmatic in return. Has paid me, people are just taking content to copy it, and it's already good enough that people think they're special, that they belong to some circle, like whatever your fantasies are to be someone special. Like, just go and brush yourself and come back again if possible. Spiritually naked. Yeah, just clean yourself, your mind, your heart, your emotions. Forget about everyone. Read that. So, how do I do these things? I'm learning with the new. Ah, for those who have a heart. This is kind. I don't have a heart because it's not even rotten. I simply don't have a heart. I have a heart for my children and their generation. Um, I could tell because I'm a storyteller. That's all. So I look into people's heart and I can manifest through it because I don't have a heart anymore. I can feel from them. I can feel from them and for them. My heart doesn't even. And if it feels pain, it's still disconnected from the pain around it. So I can play any music to it. I'm interested to hear it. I'm interested to hear it beyond my world, in other people's world. So when I go, I still hear. I hear. How did it change those sounds? Because it's like a part of myself is being left there, and it dissipates away, transcends into their own story. So there is a space for us to build stories, but most of all, to understand how it works. This is not to be shared with many people, just a few scientists, psychiatrists, just one psychologist is enough because he speaks very well. That's it. But it's nothing to psychoanalyze because one day to understand how to translate this to the masses, but there is pre-production for this to happen as well. So I will only give it to one person, and that person can do the deals with others. I'm not interested in seeing anyone of you at all. But I am interested in the roles of each one, what are they going to do for the agreement, and my royalty. When I'm talking about royalty, I'm not talking about everyone's royalty that is involved, because it seems, I don't know, that there are too many people listening to this and they don't know what it's about. They say things as it's funny because to understand how the story begins, it's like, oh yeah, because they're secrets. Oh no, I cannot tell you everything because it is quite complex. No, it's very simple. I'm not going to talk about you or you or you or you. You can pay for publicity and see yourself every time you want to, with all the money in the world and people's attention. This one. Oh, one disappear. Oops, what happened? So this could mean many things, depends how you treat it in your mind, at least to make stories. One of the things that within the world of imagination, if you have a lot of imagination, you can always be creative, understanding the chemistry of creating on and on and on and on, and how each character has its own limitations and possibilities. And sometimes you gotta risk some characters of yours to allow others to enter and take power of certain groups so they can manage it, because you cannot manage all the groups. They think the one is against that, but it's not actually. So they win purposely. They just don't know it. And the others, allies, friends that are behind, and we're actually supporting them to have their own groups, and at the same time teach them to role play by role playing. Everything is in character. To not break the tissue of reality that's been shared through the story. Um, I don't have anything funny to say. So, well, I'm talking to a screen, so I don't know to who I'm talking really. Just to say that I have respect and reciprocity. You're making a lot of money with me, and I not even giving. What it frustrates me is that I'm not giving all the game, because you are not doing your part seriously. You are fighting for coins and pennies when you can have a big portion of the royalty for virtual reality right now within the boundaries. And you have all the evidence to prove it, but you don't want to fight for your warriors? You have more money to lose if you get money for your foundation, because virtual reality has much more power for the world, not of entertainment, but for people to learn to mediate and be better human beings, to understand one another and learn how to make deals as well through the arts, through studying, all sorts of unlimited plays, and just to enjoy oneself as well. And the structures for you cannot create over something that is already created unless you destroy it or regenerate out of it something that is quite standing. But I mean, I cannot be the person I wish to be as a mother, as a coworker, as a worker, in my format of living. I only know a few things that I must do. So you can gather all the evidence that you wish in order to mock about it and make yourself be superior. But you will have what your parents gave you and some followers, which is hate Meghan Markle, some victims from narcissists. That's it. That's it. But people are going to know about narcissism and all this when they're acting in the right moment. Is the only time when people can take consciousness. What people are doing right now are they're retrieving because they don't want to be hurt again from all the damage that they're being aware of. So there is not a field that is being shared, that is playful, creative, that is outgoing, that it can create, they can be out there, they can be conquered and conquer at the same time. They can meet in the real life of the real world and have mistakes to see in that very moment, to catch it and bring it into the self consciousness. Otherwise, it's going to repeat again and again unconsciously because it's part of the continuum of unconscious behaviors until consciousness can catch it. And that can only happen through a moment of consciousness with another one that can stop and let the other one see. It's just there. Become aware. More than words could tell in that moment of awareness. That is not yours, it's not mine. It's a shared moment. So there is a lot of mysteries to be found within mysteries that are still shared by the same reality we are sharing. Whatever is within the boundaries of imagination or within a shared reality in life in this planet Earth, wherever we are. And that is a meeting that, yeah, that's nice. That is a meeting of realities, however you want to put it. In that very moment. Wow. It's called the kiss. The kiss. Right here. Well, I was today in a modern museum. I don't really like modern art. Well, this time was great because they were breaking through Impressionism, Monet. I think art has to be beautiful. It's like if you're gonna do a vomit, it's just, but people look at it. People got to look at it. I was just passing by, like, ooh, like, oh, it's so horrible. I said, that's horrible, horrible, like, grotesque. For even my grotesque stories are beautiful. At least for me, I guess they shouldn't be shared because they're private. You have to be a role player to be part of my stories, and that is being shared just to sell what role play is into virtual reality. It should be a box of Pandora that after everything is left, beautiful things start to emerge. Look at that. It's pretty. It's so pretty. I don't think I will have any art in my house. It would be just. I just wanted to have two. The to see. Have a device where I just can disconnect from all the stress, and then have another home that is like full of like a museum from places that I've been and collections of meaningful stories behind it. Each element, color, it would be like full, like, and then the other one, the opposite, just to feel the contrast. So what? I thought I would do every day some recording. So I'm preparing for the next year and slowing down and starting to move into a new form of just enjoying my life. Um, Film with my stick. Disconnect from 2023 and everything that's been left behind as the word of the week is going away as well in this transition, which it degrades from one stage to another and slowly disattaches from it. The next week is a day to start for the word dancing. And as I was studying the word ritual, and the synonymous, there was only ritual, death ritual, dance ritual. Was that just, that's it? Can you imagine? Look at that. It's just thinking to put it again like that and shave it. So, should I read it? Dictionary. There we go. Ritual, a religious or solemn ceremony consisting of a series of actions performed according to a prescribed order. Ancient fertility rituals, the role of a ritual in religion. really felt like the Templars and the Crusaders when these bombs were happening on both sides, and understanding why Christians conquered the rest of the world and left side keeping it, but just were more important things to do than just more elegant. No? A prescribed order for performing a ritual ceremony, especially one characteristic of a particular religion or church. She likes the high church ritual, a series of actions or type of behavior regularly and invariably followed by someone. Her visits to Joy became a ritual, adjective, relating to or done as a religious or solemn rite. Ritual burial, a ritual murder of an action arising from convention or habit. The players gathered for the ritual pre-match huddle. In the 16th century, there's an adjective from Latin rituals, from ritus, see rite, ritual. The official Thanksgiving was an elaborate civic ritual, ceremony, rite, ceremonial, observance, service, sacrament, liturgy, worship, office, celebration, performance, act, practice, order, costume, tradition, convention, institution, formality, procedure, protocol. Adjective, ceremonial, ritualistic, prescribe, set. Formal, stately, solemn, dignified, celebratory, sacramental, liturgical, customary, traditional, conventional, routine, usual, habitual. Yeah, it's like with some people, you are like, well, they're gonna be like this until they die. So why bother? Right? It's not much creative cerebral there. Till they, they have to do all these things and that's it. Okay. You can do them alone if you want. Where you think who has more for you is actually giving you less. We didn't play because of playing. But of course, nourishing one's ego is more important. Just look at the long term. Because to defend this side of the story is much more important and relevant for the royalty itself that is required for the game to happen. But, hello, I don't have the right to feel frustrated. No, because I'm talking alone, right? Given the evidence, there is nothing much. Ritual purification. Ritual purity in Islam is similar to the Jews. They also wash their hands in prayer as the Jews and the Arabic. They have the same sort of traditions which diverse. I don't want to read the whole thing. I mean, if people are interested, read. Oh, together just here, what? How many people are there? Like, no one deserves a royalty there. I'm talking about my royalty, not your royalty. Well, how many people are there? These people are not going to get a royalty. Just because they're going to translate something, I can do the translation as well. Just go and look at the books and just put the words. No, you go and work yourself 20 years, invest in that yourself alone, without anyone investing of you, without anyone making you feel safe, without any team, with anything at all. And then come with the formula, with the solution. Then, okay, you can have a royalty and fight for it as well, if you think it's better. No, no one is having that royalty. You had to be a role player to know what I'm talking about. I don't know how many people are there, but they're not nothing unless you were there. So one of the rules is that nobody should know your characters. Yeah, it's very important because it breaks the tissue of reality and the life of that intelligent being that character has. And also because no one will understand you and people will want to manipulate you, and they only want you for their own interests. It has nothing to do with the living of this character and your creativity to allow us to roll around. It's a private, and this rule is, you can ask all the role players, they will tell you the same and why. This is why nobody knows, really. Not to make it a secret or special, because that's just a place where your imagination exists and is shared with those who are there. Others have nothing to do with it in your real life. They could never understand it. You have to be there. So it's frightening for many people who have invested so much time in their ego, academics, people who invest in material so much, they think they are their material. Even people who share a song, they think it's their song. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's been given by me, this picture. So, oh, this person doesn't have a real life, so it's personalizing itself. But no, they don't understand what it is. They could never understand it unless they have dived into the boundaries of each role. It's not like watching the movie or reading a book. No. It's much more majestic and beautiful because people share with words that people are not used to express with. People express with magnitude and unlimited generosity. So for us, all of you are miserable. You don't know how to express yourself with another unless it is for you and your own character and egocentric problem, because that's all you are. You're a problem making more problems. That's all you are. You're a sickness making more sickness in this world. And if you want the world to be like you, go ahead, pat each other's shoulder. Nothing new is going to come out of it. But the same story. But people will still remember the stories of the past. They've never forgotten the stories. What you call your books of history, The Native Americans, the Africans, the Arabs, the Chinese, the Russians, all the people of the world, they know their history well. Remember that in your mind, in my mind, and the people's minds, you're not the king of the world. Seriously, not today. You will have to be honest with the world that you're bringing and your warriors, because they are the ones who are going to fight for you, not those. They're just going to think that they are equals as you. They're going to think they can buy you with some crumble bread, use you so you can use the influencers. That's what they think they are in their private inner bullshit planet Uranus. In the other side, you just farting with each other. Who wants to go to the planet anyways? If ideas don't come to reality, why would you want to share ideas in a realm of ideas? It's been 2 years. 3. Go and share ideas on internet. Go share content. Make yourself be known again. Yeah. Because nowadays, people are farting through their mouths and fingers. Picking there, picking. So, futuristic standard where I'm waiting for you to come and say hello. There you go. You have the whole universe there waiting for you. It's gonna be ultrasonic. It's gonna hear from far away coming like, oh yes, and join in the quantum wave. You're still dressed up with all your ego. You have to undress yourself mentally, spiritually, physically too. Brush yourself inside and out before you're gonna come to me. Oh, monstrous, calculative. No. Make those stories if you want to rape children to the innocent about women. That's what most of the stories are about when it comes to trigger people's mind. Just because of a simple invention among so many. Wow. Can you not meet people in other ways? What is it's like dysfunctional, where one is a prostate because something is missing, lacking. There's not such a big mystery there. We can play and role play and bring characters and the pretty girl, the ugly girl, because I can only play woman within the facial expressions of myself, my real self. So I miss role playing men. I really love my male characters as well. I miss my male friends as well. My girlfriends in role play as well. I wish my children could see the greater world ahead for them and all this bullshit that you're creating. This world doesn't need more narcissists. They need to understand the construct of each culture and ego trip through any class or rank, however you are discovering it for us to see. Thank you. What would I say thank you for that makes me laugh? Do I need to laugh? Do I need to be happy? What do I need? I need my royalty. I need to give this work away. That's it. I will have money from my royalty once it's operating and the income is there. Until the income is there, the same old story. I can have a salary that's good enough until it happens. Until then, the same story. For what? What do you want? Whom do you want that you cannot talk with them because you think to be so like mysterious and hard to catch or to be with? You can play that game with many people, but not with me. The- well, the- they all have to play to be near you, and this like I'm not interested. Never been interested in them. I just want my work and everything that comes with my work. That's will go beyond myself. It won't be my work anymore because it will be given away. It will be representing better people than me, that's for sure. They will know why they've been chosen. They will know why they have not been chosen. I won't say it here. It's not about bringing it to a mathematical solution or a scientific theory to prove it. I can see already the greed behind it that is not allowing it because they want to think they got it. They kind of understand it, but they don't have the grip. So it's like, no, this is not about making anyone believe anything that is not out there because it's never going to be out there until I give it away. Yeah. So there will be other scientists that can prove it, that have a heart. It's 100% that you will see it on the screen, that you won't need to convince anyone. Just to understand that each character is unique in each universe, is different. They can have as different rules as many universes exist. But still, you will need to understand in this universe what it means to understand it in others. As this beautiful planet is, you will really be serious about investing on it rather than in war and in assholes like you. Male assholes who like to be anal from the tantric perspective. Your mind. Oh, can't get it. Could never get it. No matter how many stupid women you want to be with or little children, either of you. Yeah, with a wife to pretend to be that is because you're famous there with you, like Will Smith pretending to be married. Oh, oh gosh, like really? That's all you do to be accepted? Now to Jada, this Jada. What is good is that they are expressing themselves for the black community. Will Smith slept with so many women and cheated on her so much, but they don't talk about it. Yes, they don't talk about it. It's easier to judge a woman who wants to, and of course she's gonna feel hurt and she's gonna look putting all this just to pretend to be okay. And she is in the front line expressing her feelings, her problems, herself, so people learn to express themselves better. And that is needed as well for the Black community, because they don't express themselves as well. The whole world at large is learning to express themselves without having to kill each other in order to do something creative along the way. Hello? Oh, well, this is ridiculous. I have to put this off. So, this is serious, man. Respect those women. I cannot be on to protect people, but women will start to protect themselves more and more and help each other like sisters, so all these things don't happen. All these misinterpretation that's going online. So we can just be. Yeah? Or you need to be married to a guy that is not in love with you, honey. Who cares what people think? You think you're so special for that? That's what the Bible wants you to believe. There's so much love in the world. So I will need a lot of women to train them to role play. How to role play. 4 billion women, if possible, in the world. So we take over the creative sides and our children are safe. And all your wars can go to Mars. Mars, the planet of war and impulsiveness. Go! You can go die there, do your cloning. You cannot even have a mother that breastfeeds your child. Psychos. Go smoke meth there in Mars. All of you, get out of this planet Earth. We're gonna ruin it. And also the woman that support and just go there, go, yeah, make them feel superior there, go with them and pretend you're happy and married, yeah. And also their lovers and their wannabe, whatever. That's not love. You're gonna love people that want to kill others, that lie to their wives, that pretend to be married. That's not real. That's a pretense. There is a pretense that you need to insult every woman in the world because you be with another woman, but you have to go back to your wife. So you need to insult woman, so you kill your own desires and go back to your wife and love her, because otherwise you can't love your wife. That's also sickening ideas and behaviors. You can support men among men, because they're the ones who are going to give you the money to fight with others. Your war will always exist. Okay, go to Mars. Go to Mars. Go there. Have all investment, you guys. I can see it. I can see it very well. All these men together supporting each other. Go. Bye. Have a nice trip. Bye. Of course, there will be other people that will see the planet green or blue or purple. Just purple. Orange. Who knows? Yeah. Because if narcissists can see only in one way, right? We cannot share the same realities unless we are under a narcissist's domain of realms. Oh man, then where's freedom of expression and the wilderness of creativity? You are not ready? You just want propaganda? You think you're using me? I have called you to do this, so it's impossible. It's a shared creation. Yes, people will talk about it and say, oh my God, these two crazy guys. Well, at least they're doing something. Let's, I don't know if they're good or bad. Is this just like, is this really an act? Is this real? No, I can't believe it. This is really happening, man. Yes, this is really happening. Oh my God. Yes, but just don't tell anyone because it's fucked. We could lose it all. Shit is going to, what do you call it? To hit the fan. Oh yes, harass him. So maybe, no, he's not going to change. What do you think? Yeah, he's going to give you money if you talk about it? He doesn't care. You have to look at your own narcissism. Meditate, but not go to confess to the priest because you will do it again. You have to role play your sins and other people's sins as well if you're a victim or you don't understand. But people can do that if they feel like, not because they're obligated, because there's a part of the consciousness that can do it out of willingness, free will. Then it can take over with all its consciousness. Otherwise, it's like obligated, half asleep. It's not really there to take that ability of dominating, taking into account into its own domain of consciousness that which is happening impulsively, unconsciously, and subconsciously as an automatic. Yeah. You can go on and on and on like these 2 years and 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, all of it. It doesn't matter because I know what I'm going to eat until I die. Who cares how many people die? It will make me feel better anyways, right? What do you think? You also eat meat? Of course I need meat. I need meat because my body is so corrupted that I need other people's meat. My protein, that doesn't work well. I have so much corruption in my DNA that I need to restore it with other protein. Yes, I need the bloody juicy. I also grew up with some meat, so I can understand. So those joints, the tissue of reality that's been shared through any system, an organ that is part of each system, the nerve system. Why does information is not going through in the body? What pattern, this behavioral pattern is happening in to create this sickness in the body? Why does it praise its own sickness so much? Because sickness is a life entity. It will fight to be alive. The sickness can only transform when it's accepted as an entity. It will stop defeating itself. It's an organism itself, even if it's a parasite and lives out of a body. It takes the energy out of the body. A parasite doesn't know that if it kills the body, it will kill itself. Does not respect the body. It has no moderation. It will grow bigger and bigger. It has no standard to say, okay, I will just at least just eat this. You don't need to eat more to be bigger. No, it needs to eat more and more the parasite. We have diseases that are degenerative, because we have influence of patterns within our family and their behaviors with society. That's why it made some of ourselves or within the family to have this dynamical relation. Or even if you have one member of the family within a family that could be of 3 families from the bloodline, is already having a relation with this member of the family. That's already good enough to say, oh no, I don't have it, but you have a relation with that member of the family. So you do have it as well from the other side of the spectrum, such as murder and schizophrenia. I know it because I have murder in my blood. In member my family. And many have, because the past was not easy for many. Now there are wars that carry a systematic entity of an information as well, and will act upon it as well for that intelligent form, culture, or reasons. That's happening for another person, but it affects you as well as if you are, even if you're in another side of the world. And with internet wars. So today in the underground, there were many people carrying the scarves of the scarves that they were like a symbol of being on the side of the people of Gaza. Mostly Arabic people and some black. So I was looking at a child and I was concerned because, they are in a good society where we're all together in a happy atmosphere. We all trust each other. I think so. I mean, not really, because they still have to. The whole world at large has conditioning of eating others and winning over. That much it is that no one has come to a state of a heavenly state on earth. That would never happen in a state that is called a heavenly state. On any culture, unless in the Christian culture. So it's like having unconditional love or understanding is sacrificing oneself for others, because I can see the ego of people. Say, oh, but if I enter into that realm, I will lose myself and I will lose everything I have ever had or was. No, it's not about that. Gosh. I'm not here to do psychology on anyone or heal anyone. Your problems are your problems to solve. I'm not here to solve any other problem, but only for virtual reality. in the world of imagination and in real life. So we have a better synthesis of what mediators can be. So you cannot do anything without love. But if you are fighting an enemy, because everyone has a form of enemy, because that's their world of entertainment that you are all in, you're just like talking with your anus. Nothing new happening out there. I don't know. I don't know anyone's faces, so I don't know who I'm talking with. Is to say that you are standing here next to me, then my real self will relate to you as your real self. I don't even have a fantasy character to relate with. So I am a nobody to you, you are a nobody to me. That's it. Enough story. I'm only here to get this work done. This one is getting to be known about. Okay, that's good for you. Knew you would think about it, obviously. What else would you think about by yourself? You would think about the self of all this situation. You'll be a greater of yourself. Just to take authorship for all this that's going on. And you would really seem to me to be a king because you relate to your king. Seriously. I cannot do it. You is your part of the puzzle to puzzle this one up. It's only your role to puzzle this one up. I cannot do it. He cannot do it. This one, no one could do it. It is your jigsaw, which is right there. Where is this 500 grams of paper to be given to you? As bad as it is to see there what it was written. Why? Because that is the symbol of trust that it needs to be done. It would change the world story by bringing it forward. The power to bring it forward, to be honest. And I can corroborate. I won't say anything here. You will say, gosh, I wish I knew it before. I knew this, but I wish I knew this before. So many people could be living in harmony right now and prosperity if you had the forebrain to foresee the goodness in others. Even after all they've done that they have believed to make money that is worthless, because there are better ways that could start right now to think, yes, it's getting there. I don't see it here. It's not really getting there. Over there somewhere far in there without the symbiosis. So, well, I guess only the princesses of Wales could be welling. right? Who else? Welling. Why? How can you focus all your attention in yourself just to do the right thing? Yeah? You think $100 million is nothing compared to the meaning of that royalty. Because if you cannot do it, no one else is going to do it. It's going to be fucked for the rest of eternity. And with it, everyone. That important is your role to get serious. What are you say? Makes no. You can't bend people's reality. Because people can die, and that reality is going to be remembered on and on. People will strive to keep their own reality. In some other generation, they will try to bring forward their ancestors' culture to embrace it. Form of belief, reason that brought them here. Their voices are in our DNA. You have to go far away in role play and in the future with different possibilities as well, different characters to understand the enigma behind each characteristic within the self. And a lot of goodness is going to flourish. You will be able to see the world's needs at once together. Thanks to you, because you made serious step. Nobody needs to hear you, really. If you're a frustrated artist who needs some others' entertainment to make your performance as well, or to stream within your own, that's great. If it's bringing passage to a better world. So there is a lot of beauty in the world. So it's better to disconnect. So you have two choices now. The great disconnect, to not know about wars, to not know about people, drama, problems, especially all this sensational news, so they get more views. All the rumors, critics, judgment over other people. People, the great disconnect. That's what a brand of people are looking for. And they're investing to make their own take over. They believe the more people will disconnect, the greater they will become, because they will emigrate to their own world. Those people are show. He does prefer that they kill each other. Everyone kills each other, so they come to read his books and listen to his discourse in the future. He would rather prefer that there are atomic bombs, and I know because I was there. I'm a witness with my consciousness. No matter how little I was as a girl or teenager, I was aware of what he was doing in his discourse to be remembered. Or people like Elon Musk, so he gets more revenue. Yeah, because those who support the wars and those who support other sides of the war, they are against those others because they only see in budget to get more revenue with these people who would be against the other side of the other wars. So it's all shit full of Uranuses, nothing to be connected with. Yeah, not even with those who think to be better because they are making their own world. It's just going the same pattern on and on. Do I want for my children this? No. Because it's been in the hands of Uranus? And Uranus and assholes like you? No. It should be in the hands of creative people. Only if you have the power to do it, but you can make a better world for everyone to see who you really are. Only when you come to the light, you could be playful, and others can be playful with you. There is no more pain. No one, not even you, have a reason or right to incarcerate you. You're already educated. There's no one in this earth to do as you may. And take what is yours. You owe nothing to them. And you can protect anyone, but at least you have a good source, a reason. Because everyone will believe in you. They get step back because you gain. to take what is yours. Oh, no, that all that money is shared within a circle, doesn't matter. They're all that wealth is just infinite within us. It's unnumbered. No, you have nothing. I'm talking about another world. People don't need to know about problems that cannot be fixed. If you need 300 years to make these lands Christian or part of the nature or the USA or UK, wherever, forget it. I'm not in. You can suck other people's energy for mesmerizing yourself. But look, I'm talking about a world that exists and is full of beauty and beautiful lakes and cities and people. None of us need your problems. We can see the problems and we can see what can be solved in the same objective world where there is hunger, where there is too much dry. It's okay to have deserts, but there were so many oases there. What we can do together. Well, you cannot do anything without imagination. The same old rituals. To be fake for the rest of your life, because that's what it worked throughout centuries. Like if being a sweet perfection is not toxic enough, like poisonous sugar. I will love my sisters to love each other and protect each other and support each other and our heirs to one another, not just for one, because otherwise you're a threat. There's a creation of man to manipulate women and children. So they are servants. Artificial intelligence is also running through an information where woman will be inferior for the next 300 years. That's already in the system. So they keep that mind manipulation. Well, within those boundaries, of course, because they can never have it all. That's why I cannot give it for free either. This is a world of man and woman, and that's a heavenly state. If you look at every family, in their own dimension, you can do anything you consider is serious for you that will be out of your will, and no one can change that. Sometimes you need a knife to cut with the sickness. With anesthesia or not, it has to be removed so you can be yourself. Where it hurts you or not, what can I do? Russell Brand will need like 300 chapters to get to a story. So he stops with this crap. And the other side also stops with its own extremism. So there is a narrative that could be shared as well. But it needs a three-dimensional map. Not only three-dimensional, but that you could move the sequence of how it's relating. Yeah. That sequence, it has cuts and it has fusions where it changes its thematic and scenario because of a meaning that surrounds that scenario as well. So next week I'm going to talk about dancing, not murder or killing or wars. I'm going to talk about dancing, and I'm already readjusting my things for my new life. That is mine. Wherever I belong, whatever it is, I belong. We are in this planet Earth. That's for sure. However you see it or want to paint it. I would love to have better sounds, to have seen it come through. To say, yeah. Now I get it. Meanwhile, it's up to you. To carry it. Along. So let it be known. That's all. Bill Gates you all the papers, photocopied or the originals. And that's already right in there. I have not threatened anyone. I have not blackmailed anyone. I have not gone in the media. I have not hurt anyone. I have been talking whatever I want in the private because it's supposed to be private. Okay. I've asked to translate me so you can use more supporters on your side within the realms of understanding, of course, what is going on. But only you can be our salvation, is to say that I am asking for that. Yes. No other person. It's been already written. Let's see. He knows. He wants to play the bitter prick, but he can't once he gives that away. He already has a lot from the formula. He said a lot thanks to part of the formula. I haven't sent it all. But you know, because you're a role player. And that's what I have written. As a symbol to respect people's privacy without intimidating. But it's been already a long time. It's been too long. Nobody needs more pain. No one needs to be convinced. It is what it is. It is right there. It's right here. To do something, do it fully. Don't drag people with problems that don't even exist. It is not snob enough. What is snob is to have solutions that nobody got in order to create wealth and take care of people that are in need. What is the purpose of sucking everyone's empathy, time, and space and energy? So what you? But then all that energy needs to go somewhere. All this support is to go to take what's yours for the wall. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the point of me being in here? What's the point of this other person having to listen to all this? Either. It has to be for a good reason. Otherwise, I would have been born in a position, or another person would have been born in a position and would be as talented for whatever reason that you or God have chosen you to be in that position, or that I have put you in that position, or your mother and father did, whatever. You put yourself in that position. You have that position. That's it. That's all that we can agree. So say yes to have that. Yes. Not only because of that, because you were a role player and you have the drama, the skills of theatrics, the experience of role play. You know what it is. It's not of an illusionist. But the key of making that reality, you must take it in your hands as it is. It's much more worth it than the crumbles that they could give you as donations. It will take time for people to dissipate and move away. That's all. influencers are not going to invest. Their freedom of speech in nothing else that is freedom of speech. But people are learning that freedom of speech. People are choosing their pampers. Not even the highest class of all, who had all the tools and knowledge and artists around them, know what is the freedom of speech. Intellectuals. Because you can be speaking to a wall on an audience trying to be as you one day, but they will just be screaming. You're just talking alone. You want people to follow you as a leader? Why would you want them to go anyways? It's about them to take their own intelligence to do so. Not just to be listeners or followers. It's not about that. Part of it is because we will have to hold on to our own inner authority and respect higher authority. Otherwise, we cannot. If we don't respect our mother and father, if we don't respect God, if we don't respect those who have higher hierarchy, how can we respect anyone else or our space? Because that's where we have something. Or is our children going to give us? Or the minors? Unless they're working for you, yes. But there are adults, not minors. Like minor, they might have more property as you have more. They're becoming brighter, wealthier. Those forms of consuming each other will be more and more juicier than you ever thought. Than subjugating people. It was a rhetoric when I was talking about everyone's imbecility in first person from each point of view. You should be ashamed of following the people who put you there, to invest so much money in war, having so many tools already and power to celebrate, to dance, to create communion within each other, to create balance, to create further distances. So those who are prepared can come, and those who don't want to can go back, no matter how many generations. And still, what is this? Oh, this is an intellectual debate of a realm of ideas. No! I want to give this work away and go do your life, I do mine. That's it. I will be role playing. I will be having fun with my family. This is not what I wish to do. You need that. I don't need this. You need to be known. You need to be resound for eternity. You need more followers. You go ahead. I know who I'm giving this. Very well. Go ahead. Go. Let it roll. Even make it sound like if it was your idea, the tissue of reality. Go there. But this is about people having authority over their own creation, property. You will see how it rolls. Only then. Here and now is the same story. I do have to put my authority as Patricia of a father. And a mother who owns much to them. I deserve my gratefulness to be with them. Whatever is alive or dead. Whatever you have for your parents as well. It's meant to be a great story. Where you gave trust. To ripple out. And trust these words are going to end. They might keep resounding independently, popping up here and there. That's it. There's no nation in this world who will ever support wars anymore. After that trust within the head leaders of each nation and culture, as you, giving that trust. So that's when we say, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, we are up, above, below. It doesn't matter father, mother, son, daughter, it's just an interpretation. And the Holy Spirit is like the continuum of the spiritual matrix and all the patterns that coexist within that realm and frame of time, within the boundaries of this life, within the history of this world, planet Earth. Because we all belong to that matrix of Sophia, of the womb that's gestating us on and on within that sky, or the fantasy of a bird coming from God as a messenger, a dove, through any soul that may be an eagle, crow, it's just an eye. There is actually also above. You can see through other people's eyes. You can see through. So forget about the world of psychopaths, because if you don't have any emotions or you're not in your mind, as within the Buddhist and the Zen, you can also have the transparency to see the reality without your emotions or your thinking in between. So it's not that people are psychopaths or prosocial psychopaths. It's that they have been aware beyond emotions and mind. So as a child, maybe they don't care. And then they learn how to to respect the boundaries of this body and this earth and the living. As boring as it sounds, that's serious, huh? Just to imagine all the people that are done Nigeria, Mauritania, Algeria, Central Africa Republic, Kenya, Ethiopia. I think so that's problematic. The north, south, I think is studying there. I'm studying there because I'm gonna paint here the lakes. So I read that you can provide water to all Africa because there is enough water in the center, for example. It's one of the key components of the mysteries just to dive into. You can only do that when you have the globe to see as one, the true reality, objective reality. This is this. But is the world, the reality of this world, not a pink world that is being just threatening you. No, he's pink, he's pink, he's pink. I grew up seeing pink all my life. You are my enemy. I'm gonna paint you black. How dare you say it's not pink? It's for me and all my girlfriends. No, it's not pink. Can I get over it? I wanted pink is pink. And if you don't do what I say, I'm gonna keep annoying you. Who's giving to me pink? I can only rule over if it's pink. So please, just a little bit pink. I like it pink. You can all die if you think it's not pink. This could be a threat. You're threatening my pinkish cheeks. So, well, Mongolia, I was like, well, Rakahastan, I like to make a mansion into a village there. 60% Muslim in Rakahastan. Like, wow. Right there in the middle of Russia and China. Next to... Oh, here they have put half of Russia in Europe and the other half, where it should be in Asia, because they are more Asian than European in general. I mean, some people move here and there, of course. Oh, look at that. They painted half. Here it is. You see? Half of Russia. I mean, it's too big. It's grotesque. Where is half Russia is European here. That's Spain. That's half Russia. Putin. You gotta put that line, Putin. Come on, you can put that line. Put that line. Could be all yours still, but... Well, they want it all. They want it all. Even that little piece of land there. Yeah, we can take more and more and more until we can't. Doesn't matter how many people we kill of our own. Let's also support the Arabs. Oh, gosh. Either way, it's catastrophic. So, yeah, one of my plans, so you get ready for it, because it's gonna happen like that. So you get ready, because when you're taking over, you'll have ovens that are going to melt all these weapons and iron and nuclear bullshit of yours. It's gonna be taking over slowly, surely, not like that. It's gonna be like and all these weapons are going to speak because they're building it right now next to you. Can you imagine coming to reality just like that? Yeah, like the communists. They were right here. They were in London, printing all the publicity in Russia and shipping it to Russia, because if they knew they were printing it in there, they would close it. Can you imagine? How are we going to protect ourselves if there is no more reason to protect? Yes, it's not within the boundaries of your imagination. It's a reality that you don't know. It's another story. You never lived through it. It's your problem to discover. Taking over like that, melted. It's an order like that. As I say, it's crazy until it comes real, and then they're like, oh my God. I'm trying to tell a story where you cannot even say is your story. We make a cartoon out of it. Because your mind would be blowing and burning inside so much. It's itchy thing that could ever happen without your consent and your control. Oh my God. If people saw you dancing naked, because they can truly see the beauty of your soul, of your creativeness. To mainly what? You will defend it. No, you're not wearing any dress. You don't need any shield to protect yourself. You're just giving an eternal song where others can dance as well. Not just to listen to you, but to create their own as well. Of course, everything takes from meditation, long planning. I do like the airplanes and all these tractors, technology can offer. with more and more green energy. Imagine if we had the time days to just think about that. Shooting rockets to the sky while polluting the earth should be illegal until they find a new way of forming space rockets. But right now, you're also giving fuel to a delusional person who wants to be the king of Mars. But who needs wars in Mars, anyways? With all the people that he is investing, so they go with him against you, because that's their god, their king. They conquer the universe with memes while polluting this world and being against those who are part of their culture and profit. Does it make any sense? Hello, anybody there could talk about it? Somebody to make sense out of this. I can't make sense out of this. I can interpret the delusional space out weirdo mentality of all of yours. I kind of make sense out of it. And when I went to this store and I knew very well how to touch the buttons of this person. So I say, oh yeah, I'm all spaced out. Oh yes, yeah. Because I wanted this person to think beyond the box, right? So I love to see the faces between the words. They're saying what the job tells them to do, but their faces are like, I shouldn't have wear that sweater because that was a sweater I brought to be at home. It's not a sweater that you want to show yourself with. This is weird. So I thought, okay, I'm going to be more of a weirdo. I started to go say all these things. Like, ah. But man, I have treated so many people, served so many people. It takes so much to have universal love, really. Does it really take so much just to undress your ego, undress yourself, and just give it away? We can bring so much to others, allowing them to see who you truly are without having to drag so many stories underneath. You have better things to get psychotic about, fixated, fascinated, dance around it. And see now you're trying to play more with truths to get the truth, but I am beyond truth. I'm just a poor woman who needs to recover her children and have her work valued as it is, whoever I am, whatever my family's condition is. I wish for no one in this world that knew what I had to do, so no one has to go through what I had to do. I wish no one in the world has to mediate the way I did, sincerely. So it does not become a repetitive There are better rituals to do or to learn, better celebrations to offer that I know. As anyone could have lived, that we had the chance to live good moments together on the experience of our lives. Yeah. So be that it's about money for those to protect themselves from viruses and problems. Then let it not be the way to make money. Please. You know the goodness that exists and the many needs. If God chose you and all those, it's because you're full of life. To protect it. And own it. So bye. Bye bye.